Alright, here's the continuing saga of going through the storage unit now. So this is stuff that I had in the box before I went through. I bagged and boarded it. The lowest issue of Hulk that was there was 106. Some of these qualities, though, are pretty good. Like this one's got some dings on the top, but this one overall, for as being as old as it is, it's really bright and clean. So I mean, nothing significant about it, just old and in great shape. 107, Hulk versus the Mandarin. 108. 109. It's a really nice cover of Kazar. Another 109. 110. Another 110. 111. 112. 113 with the Sandman. Up, down it goes. 114. Got a couple of those in there. I'm not even sure. This might be the first appearance of the leader, or he might be older than that. I need to go look this up. So it's 115. 116. Alright. 118. 119. Again, like I said, I mean, pretty good shape for how old they are. 120. 121. That's a good one. The Fantastic Four. 122. 123. 124s. 125. 126. An Avengers cover one. I don't know why 127's not there. Maybe something happens in that one. 128. Like I don't know if I told you guys in the first video. I mean, I think these guys went through and kind of cherry picked out all the things that were hot at the time they shut the store down. But you know, things had changed since then. That's why there's all those Ms. Marvels and stuff like that in the collection. But obviously, there's not like a Hulk 181 or anything like that. This one's just really clean shaped, very vibrant cover. 131. Again, really pretty. 132. 34. 135. Got the Abomination there. 137. This one's in really shoddy shape. 139, 139, 139. That's going to skim it really quick. 146. Also, I very much doubt to find an Iron Man 55 in there, but you never know. Here's the lowest I found is a 61. Before I continue on here, I did want to show, I did some shopping for myself right before I ended up with this buy. I bought this one on eBay. It's first Dolphin, kind of an Aquaman girlfriend for a little bit in the 90s. Showcase Presents number 79. I just thought it's a really nice, good girl art pinup thing. Very, you know, pop out type cover, just with a green background. This next book here, I know I showed a bunch in that last video, but this is actually, I sent this off to CGC, you know, X months ago, and it just came back. So here's another Spider-Man 194. Came back a 9.4. I was actually really surprised. Every time I've sent this book out, and it comes back like a 9 or a 8.5, and I thought this one was actually lesser condition than the other ones, but came back a higher grade. I sent this out from stuff I found in my garage. First Black Panther. Fantastic Four 52. Came back a 6. That's okay. It's a good cover. These next two I went and bought right before I ended up doing this large buy that I'm showing you guys now, but I didn't want to forget about them and not show them off. So I decided to bite the bullet, and I bought a Daredevil 1 and 5.5. Now this I already bought graded, so I knew exactly what I was getting there. It's, you know, clean. And he's one of my favorite characters, and I no longer have the number ones I had before, so I figured I'd buy it. And then, continuing my spending spree, I bought an Avengers one. This one is only a 3.5, and it displays really well. And just wanted to have it in my collection, so there it is. Over here, guys, this is the Spider-Man that was sitting on the floor in the box in the last collection, or last video. The lowest issue I found in there was number 37, and it just kind of works its way up. It does dance around the keys a bit, like there's no issue 50. Here it goes to 52. But what's kind of neat about it is there'd be like pockets like this where it's like, okay, here's number 63, and there'll be a few of them, just like I showed in the Avengers videos and the other ones. 68, 68, 68. It does have these ones up here, 96 with no comics approval code. 97. Oh, it's actually, let's pull these out really quick. So it's got number 97. I like this cover a lot. When I was a kid, I actually had this with a double cover before I realized double covers were like a hot thing. But anyway, it's the no approval code one. It has Osborn doing drugs and stuff in it. There's 4 copies of it in this collection. Also a really neat Green Goblin cover, 98. Same thing, there's at least a few of those in there. So, quite a lot of Spideys. I'm not a big Spidey fan, believe it or not. No offense, Spidey fan. But I like the Daredevil comics. I personally already have down to 100. And in this collection of Daredevils, the oldest one back, there's like a couple in the 80s, but everything here is duplicates for me, so I'll probably trade them off. I don't think I have this, though. It's an old king-size special, number 2. You know how I showed all those Ms. Marvels and whatnot? Like I said, it was a previous store. So one thing they also had was, like, for some reason, just boxes of Howard the Duck comics. Also the Marvel Treasuries. They have like a full box of the Howard the Duck Marvel Treasury, a full box of the Star Wars Marvel Treasury. And then when it came to Star Wars, they must have been heavily speculating on that, because those boxes I showed you, hold on, we'll show you again. They look like this. And if you saw the link to the, I'll put up here, to the storage unit itself, you can actually kind of see what I have to work through. There's like 6 of these boxes that are just literally Star Wars comics. I mean, I think there's got to be 300 or 400 copies of number 1, and 300 or 400 copies of number 2, and number 3, and number 4, and it starts thinning out into the like 20s and 50s. But I mean, the Star Wars run is ridiculously duplicated in there. Anyway, so I grabbed a few things this morning when I made that little video. This Beware the Claws of the Cat, number 4. There's a couple of those. And this table does not work for these comics. Number 3. Number 2. But unfortunately, only one. Number 1. Still think it's neat. This is something I've been looking for about a year. Not really looking, but if I found it, I would buy it. I think this is Mockingbird. I remember why I even wanted it back then, Swimming Off. And I remember when I saw this buy, I know there's multiple copies of the Marvel team-up where she first appears, so eventually I'll stumble on that. But Kazar, where she's not in costume as Mockingbird. And I have to double-check, but this might be the first Tigra. Giant-size creatures. Unfortunately, I did find the Werewolf by Night box this morning, but it did not have the first Moon Knight in it, and it also didn't have number 1. It started all the way from like every issue from number 2 up, not missing anything, then missing the Moon Knights, and then no problem again. And same thing, like I found the entire run of Luke Cage all the way to the end of Power Man and Iron Fist, except it's missing issue 1. Anyway, nothing to me screams the 70s more than the Champions, like the most mismatched batch of characters ever. But there was 2 copies of the Champions, and I am actually very happy to have it. Then I did find Superman Neil Adams cover, pretty iconic cover, where he's busting the chains. This one's actually super clean, beautiful looking book. Just another Superman, another Neil Adams. Whoop. Oh, and I did find another Marvel Premiere 15 in there, so that's kind of neat. This one's pretty rough, but and I found these Mr. Sinister appearance, first appearance of him in X-Men 221. I will go through more stuff, and I have this is all the World's Finest that I found, but I haven't taped the bags down yet. There's a couple boxes I brought back today. There's the remaining pile of this Daredevil box that I still haven't gone through. So, keep watching, and I will keep posting. All right, thanks, everyone.